Hello everybody, Cilantro here. Welcome back to my Let's Play of Minecraft TerraFirmaCraft. So, new development. I was just harvesting a few more plants there. And looky what I can do now. I can check nutrient levels. Hooray! So, I've decided what I'm going to do. If you've heard in previous episodes, I have a preponderance of food. A ridiculously large amount. And I am very confident this will be enough to get me through the winter, even though it's not even close to winter yet. It's still late summer. So what I'm going to do is I'm not going to replant anything. I'm just going to start saving up the seeds. So anytime I harvest something, I'm just going to deposit the seeds in here. And check this out. It actually tells you on the seed bag itself what nutrient each different crop gives you. So it's perfect. So that means that I can categorize things and start to plan out how I want to begin my sort of crop rotation once spring rolls around. It also just gives me it alleviates that mental pressure that I always put on myself to constantly be checking on my crops. Because otherwise I'll do that. So I'm going to have to spend some time in the future identifying the crops that I actually want to grow and coming up with some sort of a rotation where I can do them effectively. So as far as I understand it, planting a crop of a certain type will use up nutrients of one type but replenish nutrients of another type. And if I do enough experimenting, I should be able to maintain a small garden where all I do is cycle through, a couple different types of crops, and I am able to work things out. So another thing I wanted to check as well is, have my tastes developed at all? Because I think that is also bound. It doesn't look like it. I know you start to get more information on how salty and savory and all that sort of stuff each crop is, and I don't seem to have that yet. So I don't know exactly when that shows up, but I know that helps with your satiety amount and can be used to help shore up what you can and cannot be, what you should or should not be eating in terms of keeping yourself sated. It has to do with flavors. It's stuff I'm not really 100% certain about yet, but something I'm going to have to just keep an eye out for. One of those ongoing processes. So also notice, unless I haven't been paying much attention, it seems like there's a few of my berry bushes that haven't grown at all yet. So they must be fall bushes, autumn bushes, as it were. And actually, to that end, let me check my go check my orchard over here. Looks like my lemons are done. So I'll have to empty some inventory space and harvest my lemons. Other than that, looks like none of these are done yet. Oh, no, I lied right to your face. My plums are done as well, which I had even forgotten that I had. Forgot that I had plums. Kind of nice, actually, being kind of short. Makes it a lot easier to harvest. That's for sure. Alright, plums and a lot of lemons. Yeah, we've got a lot of lemons. That means that the other lemon trees out in the world are probably done as well. So that's something else to consider. Well, at least I know I'll be able to make a lot of vinegar. A lot of vinegar. Really glad that they have these shortcuts for combining all the food, because it would be a pain if it did not have them. I do eventually, now that I've gotten more control over my environment, now that I'm feeling like my continued survival is far more secure, I would like to really start working on making everything look a lot nicer. And so one thing I want to do to that end is eventually I want to build an orchard. Which I've said before, but I've been kind of thinking about what kind of design I want to have on the orchard, and I feel like having some some ladders around to just sort of simulate, well, ladders, because it'll make it easier to pick the fruit would be kind of nice. One thing I would like to see, and if you guys know of any, let me know. It would be really cool if there was some sort of a tech mod that was compatible with this. Maybe even an official TerraFirmaCraft tech mod. I don't know if one exists. I've looked a little bit and didn't find one. But I may have just been looking in the wrong spot. I don't know where kids these days get their mods. Because I would love to work towards some sort of automation. I think that would be really neat. And the tech side has always been one of my favorite parts of Minecraft. Just being able to, manipulate all the various bits of your environment. And over the history of Minecraft, they've kind of, I don't know. I feel like in some cases they've specifically stymied the growth of tech. They've tried to nerf mob farms before and other things, and I don't understand why. I don't understand why sometimes people who are developing Minecraft have this need to balance it out, quote unquote. I mean, there is to a certain extent a point where you want to say, okay, this is becoming far too easy. Let's tone it down. But I really don't feel like Minecraft has ever gotten to that point. There's always been plenty of challenge. I think they overreacted a little bit in some cases. That was a while ago. I mean, I haven't really been following the development of this game super recently, so not something I am really up to date with necessarily. But it's something that's always on my mind. Even when I did quit this game for a little while, I would still at least keep up on it a little bit. Not like a ton, but at least a little bit. Alright, I'm going to make some chests here, if I remember how to make a chest. And I want to start moving some stuff inside. I want to make containers for all the building blocks that I have. A lot of building blocks. And I do need to go out and get some more. I want to finish a building, hopefully this episode, depending on how things go. So I'm going to drop those down, and I'm going to start moving all of my sort of building, like all the extra dirt and sand and all that. Really only makes sense to put in the basement, because they're supposed to be sort of basement-related material. I need to clean up the outside of this place as well. I wanted to have little cool supports for my home, which may actually end up just being logs with what looks like a little brace underneath to truly support my house. Not that it's mechanically necessary, but I like to build stories. I think a lot of it has to do with my history as an avid role player, as I play a lot of D&D, which is like literally the coolest game ever made. I could talk about D&D all day. So I like for there to be a reason for things. Anytime you look at something, I like for there to be this sort of moment of, oh, okay, so that's why it's like that. You know what I mean? I think it's only natural for us to have that sort of curiosity. Anyway, I'm gonna get my inventory cleared out, store my food here, and did I make some more alcohol? Still brewing. Okay. Not sure when it's gonna be done, but it's still brewing. Still have some vinegar. Still have a little bit of brine, which still amazes me how much that actually used just to brine some stuff. I probably should be brining my protein sources, because that seems to be the hardest to get. I'd have to actively go fishing, which I don't mind doing, but I'm eating a lot of soybeans. All right, anyway, let's get some material, move off camera, and I will be back. So I was just thinking back to some comments that I had read a while ago, and you can actually make bricks. And the way to do that is, well, first of all, I'm going to harvest my jute. I had some jute that I needed to cook up. You take lime water, which is also used as part of the process of making leather, and you put sand in it. seal it, and then that makes mortar, which is part of what you need in order to do that. So I think what I might actually do is I might make like a little clay workshop in my house. I might take the pit kilns and put them over here, or at least some of them, kind of dig them into this and kind of make this into some sort of like just like sort of a workshop for various clay things and brick and all that sort of stuff. To make the actual bricks themselves, you take your rocks and you put them in your crafting menu with a chisel. And I'm kind of wondering how much durability this actually takes. Oh, wow, quite a bit. I mean, it's not really that big of a deal, but I don't think I want to necessarily go completely bonkers with this. Yeah, it takes a lot of durability, but that's okay. So we'll have the option to make some bricks here, and don't want to drop it at least. Here in a little bit, once I've got some of this, I'm not actually sure how long this takes. Hopefully not too long. It'll be kind of a pain. So I may end up setting up a bunch of barrels eventually, like a ton of them, and just load them up with lime water. So we'll see. Anyway, I just figured I'd show that off. I'll be back when I've done some more stuff. Alright, I've done a bunch of reorganizing and work here. I decided to, rather than having a huge stack of all the various jars sitting around here, I just went and threw them all in a chest. As you can see, I have a lot of food. I really wish there was something else I could do to affect the decay. I literally just put these in here and they're already starting to decay even more. I must have to do with the heat, I would imagine. I wonder if there's any way I can make it a little cooler in here. Anyway, I've got a bunch of seeds that I've been harvesting. They're getting to the point where I have almost harvested everything, so my planting season is almost done. I've got a lot of my various things organized into the types of blocks that they are and so on. I've also started moving supplies over to these areas, although there's a few things I'm not sure where I want to put them. I'm probably going to make this into a tiny little garden area, which you'll see here in a little bit, probably maybe next episode. And I've got the process of starting up my workshop right here as well. You can see I have the mortar. I've been making some of that, and I have a bunch of other supplies, random stuff that I'm not really sure where it's going to go. Also, I believe I have some more. Yep, I have some more. Oh, it's done. I was like, why is it not making the jute? It's because it's already done. Derp. Jute does not take very long to wash at all. So I can make these into rope. And I have exactly how much you need for that, so that's good. Bam. There we go. I'm going to have to go find some cows. I'd really like to start getting my dairy value up. Speaking of it, you can actually see 1094. My hit points have been actually increasing recently. I made some sandwiches. Wow, 30 hit points for eating that sandwich. That is ridiculous. I'm still trying to get everything organized. I still haven't gone out and harvested anything yet. I need to go harvest some of the rocks, rather the full stone, which I'm going to need to even make a new chisel to do that. So I need smooth stone, and I also need clay. I've actually run out of ceramic vessels, so I'm gonna go get a bunch of clay and fire up 16 ceramic vessels just to make that problem go away. I also put a little bit of a decorative trim around my stairs. I haven't finished the doors yet, which you'll see, which I'll probably do here pretty soon. Yeah, I'd really like to get them done, actually, so I probably go grab some of those materials. But I made one of those, and I also finished this set of stairs as well. I was trying to build a railing for it, but I couldn't come up with anything that I liked, so that's something that's going to have to wait until a little bit later. But let me know what you think about the little detail. I like it so far. It looks pretty good. Got my chest organizing everything and everything. So, yeah, I'm going to go grab some resources, and we'll be back. Alrighty, I've got a lot of work that I need to do here. First thing I wanted to try out was to make a... Wait, what was that? Oh, corn base, obviously. But I believe if I do this, yep, gets me a protection meter. So what's a protection meter do, you say? This tells me how dangerous a area is in terms of if there will be mob spawns. If it's green, that means that there are going to be none. The other thing that it does, as far as I know, and I'm about to find out, is I believe it causes the place to be lit. So I think what I'm going to do is I may actually just make a column of protection meters right in the center of this area, and then maybe even decorate the outside of it if I can find a stone that looks similar to it. That looks really cool. I love the... Man, I might actually just make a lot more of them. I really like how that looks. So I wish I could find a stone that looks specifically like that. I might try making some bricks of some of the darker stones and see if they'll match a little bit. All right, second thing I need to do is I need to make a large. You can see I got a lot of stone. I need to make a large amount of. Eat this nasty sandwich. Finish that up. Hit points are rising quite rapidly. I'm going to make a lot of clay ceramic vessels, as I need a ton of them. So I'm just going to make a bunch. Do these stack if they're not? Oh, they do not stack if they're not actually done. That's interesting. That's all right. I'll just make 4 and then dump them in there. Let's actually just do it like this. Yeah, so it does seem to be, it's not creating a ton of light, but it is making some light at least. So we'll do that. Make a bunch more of them here. Hopefully they're super quick to make. I think I got enough clay. Whoops. There we go. Oh, I did make it. I just dropped it out. That's fine. Couple more here. Try this again. There we are. Yeah, we got enough. Good. There, and there, and then I was really hoping for more light from it. It's some, not as much as I had hoped. Actually, I want to try something. I mean, I don't need the light to protect myself from mob spawns. I just need the light just to make it so it's actually bright enough in here to do work. So I can see. Let me grab my pickaxe. What if I put a jack-o'-lantern under it? Okay. Hey, that works. Look at that. Now it looks really bright. Excellent. Excellent, excellent, excellent. All right, I need some straw. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Bam. Got my thatching done. And I need to go grab some logs after that. You know, I think I have to continue to use pit kilns. Whoops. I don't believe there's actually any. I'm showing you I need 32 logs. There we go. I don't think there's actually any other way to make pottery other than pit kilns, so these will continue to be useful as time goes on. There we go. And I do have my fire starter on me. Excellent. Maybe we'll get lucky on the fire starting. Well, fairly lucky, but not lucky enough. Sticks around here? I do. Come on. Jeez. Took long enough. Alright, so we got those firing. You can see the smoke actually heading out there. Next thing is to start building some more walls. As I have acquired more resources and would like to build the rest of this. I'm also going to do what I had commented on, I believe, a couple episodes ago, which is to extend this out like here, like so. This might not even be enough. I harvested a bunch. I actually broke my chisel and it's still probably not enough. Yeah, I'm probably gonna run out. I guess we'll find out. And I'm gonna put a doorway, I think, right here, or possibly in another corner. I mean, and I may actually end up moving the forge, like I had mentioned as well. But I want another wing of this so I can have. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna need some more stone. So I have room to expand because I will eventually need a bloomery and a few other things. that I do not have the room for in my current version of this building. As you can see as well, almost all of my crops have finished growing, and my growing season is coming to a close. I still will be harvesting the fruit, so from the bushes and then also from the fruit trees once those are done. But as far as the actual farm itself, that is coming to an end. Okay. Let me see here. Make sure I'm following my pattern correctly. I believe I am. I do have, I believe, enough glass to actually handle this. Okay, I think I'm good. The alternative, actually, and this may actually even look better, would be to put the entrance here and still use this. So I would probably move my storage, like just make this like a storage room. Yeah, you know what? I think I like that better. So we're gonna use that as a storage room slash entryway. I think I like that. Did I put these in the right spot? Yeah, I think I'm good. And drop these here. Looks like I'm going to need a little bit more glass. I'm just a little shy. Yeah, I need 9 more glass. So I'll have to cook some up of that, some of that up later. Actually, I need 18 more glass. That's all right. We'll just build around it for now. Not really a huge deal. Ow. Yep, we are going to run out of smooth salt. Most definitely. Oops, that's a little too high. Although it actually does look like I will eventually do that. I want to get the walls up at least, if I can't help it. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Yeah. I thought this was going to be enough. Not even close. Actually, I guess since that's going to be a doorway, I didn't actually need the glass there, so that was a little bit of a waste because I don't think I can get it back. I'll punch it. Yeah, we're just breaking it. That's all right. And this will be my doorway. And we are out. That's all right. This is starting to take shape. Actually, it's kind of nice now that it's becoming more of a finished building. You know, I wonder how it would look if these corners weren't here. This might actually look a little better. It would also save on a little bit of material. That's something I'll have to mess with some other time. I'm going to collect my thoughts and I'll be back. I went ahead and consolidated all of my logs over here, and once I get some more of the stone, I'm going to make some cool little labels to show what kind of logs are what, just so at a glance I can tell exactly what I'm dealing with. I've just about got to wrap up this episode, though. It's getting a little long. I have some extra oat flour that I'm going to go ahead and bloom into a dough, and I'm just going to bake a little bit of bread, make a couple sandwiches to finish out my dietary concerns. Still want to leave these logs here, obviously, so I have something to cook with. And go ahead and start that a baking. I haven't had a chance to make any actual proper furniture or anything in here. I need some soybeans as well. Let me go grab some from my cellar, which I now have. Hooray! That's not protein. This is. I need soybeans. There we go. 'Cause I need a protein-heavy sandwich, as my previous meal did not include very much. So we have bread. Make sure I don't lose track of this. Bread, soybeans, fish, and just throw some berries on there, I suppose. Let me cut off all the decay. Make a couple sandwiches. Toast it up a little bit, since I have the heat for it. Actually, can I see flavors on the oat bread. I'm still not sure what dictates the flavor profile differences. Good enough. All right, and we'll make a sandwich out of these ingredients. Lots of protein, and I guess I could do a little bit of fruit and vegetable. Actually, let's do it like this. Fruit, vegetable. There we go. That way I'm getting double the amount there. So bam, bam. Do I have to make another one? I do. Excellent. That one only had 8 ounces. That's fine though. Alrighty, so that's really all I have time for this episode. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you next time.